entrepreneurship journey started technically when I was a pizza delivery driver.
That journey that I've went through, I think I can share that and help others because I know there are people out there being stuck.
I want to have a digital forum where at that time Black Canadian men could share their stories, share their hearts.
What inspired it was just an idea that my husband and I had on the way home from his granny's.
Hey everyone, welcome to Empowered Facts and BizGrams, the host. My name is Chris-Beth Cowie. I am the host of BizGrams, a platform where entrepreneurs get a chance to come on and tell their story in an empowering and inspiring way. I'm really excited because we have a very special guest with us today, Stephanie Kadiri, and I want to say a superhero serving our seniors. And Stephanie, welcome to the show. How are you doing today? I think you're muted, Stephanie. Sorry.
Thank you so much for having me.
Hey, awesome. Yeah, thank you so much for being here as well. This is a BizGrams special. We are back for this episode to share with you and to inform our viewers, what's happening in the entrepreneurial landscape in the healthcare industry in particular. So, Stephanie, tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're doing what you're doing serving our seniors.
Question. Thank you. My name is Stephanie Kadiri. I am married to Kenneth Together, a mother of 4 lovely kids. I have been in the healthcare industry for quite some time now, about precisely 16 years. I've been serving as a support worker from the community to long-term care to group homes. I have seen all kinds of people. I have met with all kinds of seniors, families, to friends and support system. So I would say I have been in the system and I'm well incorporated. And those are the drives that I got to enable me to do what I do today.
Hey, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that as well. You know, one of the amazing thing about an entrepreneur, we all have the why we're doing something. And, you talked about your history in the industry, that the need that you saw and the ability to be able to serve as well and the passion. So take us back to, the starting of your business. Your business is called Grace Empire Healthcare. What's the story behind the name? And, what were those early days like starting your company?
That I would say it's starting the company, I would say, because I had a great support system. I would say I had a smooth sailing starting. That I would definitely say today, and maybe later on I'll come back to why I had said so. And what led me to building this up? It's been in the system for quite some time, and I am one hell of a person that I could say I yearn for perfection. I know nobody's perfect. I just want things to go in a certain way. I just like to direct and steer things in the right part. I always like to contribute what I feel will be meaningful and impactful. So by the time I leave, people will know I was there. I love to leave an impact. Those are one of my drive. And I am never definitely going to take this away from my husband. These all started when we sat down because the kids are growing. When I first started into the healthcare system, because of the kids, my kids, their ages were quite close. I had all 4 of them like 1 year apart. So I couldn't do much other than working in the community. So whereby I can work in the community, anytime they call me, I can also go attend to my family, how it works. So, and when the kids started growing up, so my husband had just told me, said, why don't you look into doing this since you're so passionate about it? Why don't you get into building your own little community where you can do what you love doing best? So that's how the journey started.
Hey, that is wonderful. And I love that, it sounds like you're very centered around values of family, community, making a positive impact. And I can tell you our mission here at Empowered Facts very similar. We want to make a positive difference in the lives of the clients that we serve in that way. And so what I would love to hear from you is, what are you doing in your company to serve seniors? Let's get into that a little.
Thank you so much. What my company does is, starting the company, I just decided to take it a little bit different. I wanted to bring the community into their personal space where they'll be very comfortable, where we'll have professional, reliable, qualified practitioners at your beck and call in your own personal space, where we'll have PSWs, doctors, nurses, recreational workers, activity workers, physiotherapists come to your home. Those are the services we provide in the community to the older adult. Thank you.
That's wonderful. And so the unique thing about your business, what differs from other companies, you're saying you're making the seniors and the people that you're serving as part of the solution as well. Is that what I'm hearing you say?
Correct.
Okay, and what does that look like on a day-to-day basis? I understand that the PSWs, the supports are going into the home. How does the seniors get to champion their own success within the community?
Very well, because entertaining people in your home, it's not that easy. When you have qualified and professional people, they can take good care of you. So you'll be rest assured that the services will be well rendered, and you'll be satisfied in overall at the end.
Okay, that's wonderful. So what advice do you have for somebody who is passionate about making a difference with seniors in this healthcare space, and is considering to start a similar practice or something different in this space?
The number one advice I would have for such a person is, you have a passion, don't stop, just keep pursuing it, and try as much as possible to do it the right way. It will take you 10 years, it will take you 20 years. Just be patient, do it the right way. I can remember that fateful day when I saw it on one of my contacts platform. Oh, you want to own a healthcare company? I can help you. I have been nursing this for years. Even my husband has been talking to me about it, but I didn't just know how to go about it. I didn't want to make a mistake because, like I said, I'm kind of a perfectionist. I'm trying to be, because nobody's perfect. So I reached out to a lawyer, and she has been marvelous. She put me through from day one till date, me getting my first client, me starting. She has been there. She put me beneath her wings. Regardless of what you pay, the services is just exceptional. And I would say it gave me so much comfort and makes me want to just keep soaring. Thank you.
I love that. And the truth is, I think, and I agree with you, anyone that's looking to start a business, you definitely need that passion to keep that fuel and momentum going. Like you said, also, it's important who's surrounding you, right? I think from the jump, you said, you have a really strong support system, your husband, your family's around, your community is helping to champion the work. And I love how you shared that additional professional person to help you along the way, having a lawyer. Oftentimes I talk about the power team, right? So it's not, you need to surround yourself and equip yourself with the accountant, the lawyer, the marketer, just because there is a shift that happens, right? You may start as a solopreneur, which is just you and the business running, doing everything. But if you do have that idea for expansion and growth, you have to be talking about who is on board as part of my team. So tell us a little bit more about your team and what are some of the challenges you've had building your team, and what are some of the wins and opportunities you have with your team as well right now?
Thank you so much. That's very, very important. Like I had mentioned, my team is built up of strong, amazing, and wonderful people. A lot of them put me beneath their wings and trying to walk me through, guide me, and it's been awesome. I've met with awesome doctors, some nurses, and lawyer team, and I also worked with some people in the community, and I'm looking forward to do some great things in the community too. And in moving forward, I'm opening a home soon. That's on the pipeline. It's coming, and I'm really working seriously. And my team is amazing, I would say.
Hey, that is awesome. I oftentimes talk about the 5 Ds of leadership, and that comes with one. The first one is you have to decide on the direction that you're going. And based on what you said, you have a clear path. We started small, we started growing, time, momentum, all of this stuff. And you're talking now about opening up your own facility, moving in that direction. That is so inspiring. So I just wanted to say thank you for sharing and imparting that, clear vision to your team. And that's some of the things that we have to decide along our journey. The other D is things that you need to do yourself as an entrepreneur. So I'm curious, in terms of some of the things that you've done to really get the momentum going in your business. Where do you find yourself, growing as a leader over the time period that since you've been running your business?
Those trying to give work to my community, and I really feel like impacting my community is very, very important, because I know a tree cannot make up a forest. You need other people to move along with you. And as I'm moving, I have a lot of people in my team, and they're willing to work with me, and they look up to me, and we're going to build up and stay strong together. That's one of my dreams. And also, I want to give back. I want to give back to the community at large. It might not seem like it right now, but I'm working towards it.
Hey, that's wonderful. And yes, I think that clear direction, the things that you are doing, which is really inspiring. The third D is delegation. And that's where we oftentimes talk about delegating to people and tools to help with business efficiency over the time period. And I think I'm going to take that from you. Okay, a tree is not a forest. How did you say it? A tree.
One tree cannot make up a forest.
One tree cannot make up a forest. I love that, because the beauty is it takes many trees, right? And understanding the value in the people that you serve. And I know that you're very value centric around people and the impact and all of the community, understanding that people are involved in that journey. So I want to say thank you so much for what you shared regarding delegating roles in order to continue to grow and scale. The other D is we talk about delaying. Sometimes we want things right now, and you've already shared, like, over the time that you've been working and developing your business, you have this mega vision, but you didn't see it achieved today. It took time. It took that investment, the lessons learned, and all of those components. And then the last D that I oftentimes talk about is dumping, the stuff that has not been or is not aligned with your overall vision, or the things that you've had to say no to. I've met many entrepreneurs, and sometimes we struggle with the no. So how have you handled saying no to things that may come in to either distract you or pull you away from your vision?
That I would say I normally that's kind of a person I would say I'm goal oriented. I set my script straight. I have my basic rules to follow, and that has always kept me in line, not to deviate. So I just stay focused. I don't let nothing distract me, regardless.
Yes.
That's
Hey,
one rule that goes with me. I'm very
hey, I love it. And you, Stephanie, you sound like you sound like an amazing person, very focused, determined, driven, impact, wanting to make a positive difference. So I love that about you. And as I'm listening, I implore all of our listeners to consider these core principles for success. You have to have that clear vision. You have to know who's around you and which direction everybody is going. It has to be the same direction, and really staying true to the purpose, like not deviating. And when you do deviate, you have that guideline and principle to bring you back. So I really love that, Stephanie, which you shared. You mentioned you are a perfectionist, and I mean, I too was told, I didn't realize a couple years ago, I'm a perfectionist, but yes, I do want things done a certain way. And so the standard is high, and that in a business settings definitely brings a level of quality to the spaces that you operate in. One of the things one of our past guests have mentioned, he said, sometimes we find ourselves in the inertia. It can go forward until it's perfect. And so his analogy was, done is better than perfect because perfect never gets done. So I'm curious, how do you find this balance between, yes, I know things need to be done, I know it will never be perfect. How do you manage that type of thinking or concept around the things that you do for your business?
Yeah, thank you so much. That this question just came in right now because like when I started, I said I'm a professional. Later on, I said I'm trying to. So that's how the narrative began to change. Like you rightly said, it's better to get it done than to get perfect. Nobody's perfect. We are all trying to. So in that junction, I would like to say I just try to get it done to the best of my ability to make it look good. I don't just want 100%, but you've given it your all. It keeps me going.
Hey, I love it. Thank you so much for sharing that. So I'm curious, let's talk about some of the challenges that you've experienced over the time. And what were some of the go-to skills or resources that has helped you overcome them?
The challenges that I would say, because pretty much my agency is new, and there are some rules that keep coming up as the year goes by. I get to deal with money. I've got to assess everything by myself. For now, I've not been able to source for nothing, just by myself, my family, and all that. Going through school, navigating work, doing everything, it was quite challenging, I would say. But anyhow, I've started. I'm in, one foot in, I'm there. There's no going back now. I just have to give it my all. And by the time I'm done, or by the time people know me better, they will understand why I do what I do.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I love it. Thank you so much for sharing. And yes, there's obstacles along the way. In your profession, it's highly regulated. And I have an understanding of that. I used to work and support a long-term care facility as well. And so talk to a professional there. What are some of the regulations that they should be aware of if they are considering getting started in this healthcare arena?
The ones I would actually say depends on whether you're going to own an agency or you're going to run a home. You better have to be ready to know what the pros and cons are, what the rules are, so you don't make any mistake or get in trouble where you get your license revoked and you won't have a chance to even get to do what you love to do because of one little mistake. So I would say just take your time to know what you're doing. Talk to a consultant, talk to people that know the real deal, and you'll be fine.
Hey, I think that that is wonderful. And so just considering the people that you're serving, seniors, I know you have a strong emphasis of valuing seniors. So somebody that's looking to start in this space, I've gone to spaces, and whether it's the children or the elders, you're hearing about abuse, right? And so talk to us about some of the perhaps the challenges that you're seeing, and why is it so important for us to value our seniors, value our elders? One of the things that, you know, I know you're very passionate about, and you look at the seniors through those lens of they are valued, you know. So talk to us a lot, just what what does that look like for you on a day-to-day basis, and what should practitioners be considering when they are saying we value our seniors?
Personally, I would say when we mean with value our seniors, you see, as part of the aging society right now, you should know they were once like us. They were once those people that were at the forefront working. Their taxes had been taken from them to make the society a better place. Now that they have become vulnerable and aging, what can I do? I'll stand there as an advocate to give them better housing, better treatment, health care, support as they're aging, wherever I have the opportunity to do it. And this I forgot to put in. That drove me one time, was 2016? I had to even go to Umber to get a gerontology certificate course, because as at that time I heard somebody was talking about sorry to digress a little bit. Somebody just didn't know how to handle somebody, a patient that had a mental health issue. So at that time, the person took the course and said it was very important for every frontline personality to take that course. And I actually did take the course, and it was very beneficial. It was just 1 year, but it talked about housing, it talked about their care, it talked about customer service, it talked about the aging population of the older adults, how we can advocate for them. And I just found myself, like, I was so very, very opportune to be in that path. I said, oh, this was so much in line with me, and I'm so glad I did take that course. And those are one of my tools too that still go with me till date. Thank you.
Hey, I love it, and I love that perspective, to remember that they were once like us, right?
Yes.
Like able-bodied, sound mind, all of this stuff, healthy, contributing citizens, right? We are benefactors of their tax dollars today, right? And I love that. Like, do you know that they contributed to your well-being today? So I really love that, and really diving in deeper. How can I advocate for them, right, in this vulnerable perspective and state? I really, it impacted me, and it made me think of, you know, my own grandma who's still alive, just celebrated 85 years, and you know, very, she's gardening, she's doing all of the amazing stuff still, very independent. And yeah, it's just beautiful to know that there's a community around her supporting her. So to be able to do that here in Canada for our seniors, I think it is valuable, right? It's not just let me take your money and walk away, or mistreat you and walk away. And we hear those stories. It breaks my heart every time I hear about some of the challenges that are experienced in these facilities for our seniors, and even in their own homes. So I just want to commend you for the work that you are doing to support our I as you mentioned it, I'm thinking of them as our legacy. Like they are the people who our legacy. So thank you so much for the thought and the inspiration behind seeing our seniors as valued, and they definitely need to be cherished in this state or in this time period of their life as well. So just coming down to our set of final questions, I'm curious, what are some of the things that you do? You started talking a little bit about yourself as a wife, as a mother, as an entrepreneur. What are some of the things that you're doing to, ensure that your mental health, your well-being, they talk about the work-life balance. I like to think of it as a harmony. How is your harmony in your spaces continuing to be supported and flourish as you're building your business?
Um, I would say I try to split everything. I feed everything. I water everything. I nurture everything. I don't leave anything untouched. My personal life, my social life, I give them. If it's 10%, I try to put at least 5 to make sure it's growing. So I try my best to do what I have to do. As a mother, as a wife, as an entrepreneur, I have other businesses. I'm into fashion. I'm into a lot of things. So with time, we're still going to go into that. So I try to water everything. It's just who I am.
That is wonderful. And I love, I consider myself Brampton's backyard farmer. I grow vegetables in the summertime. I'm hoping this summer is fruitful. I love the growing analogy. You plant that seed, you have to feed it, you have to nurture it. Understand, and I really invite entrepreneurs in our community not just to look at their life through the business lens where it's just about the money, the profit, the impact that you're doing there. You have to be well. When you're not well, your entire life falls into pieces as well. So taking care of your mental, physical health, you're a whole person. So I love how you say you put it into compartments and understand. And maybe for one season, this gets 10% or 5%. Next season, it gets 20. But you're conscious. I think what I got from you is this conscious awareness of who you are, the value you want to bring to the world, both in your home and outside of your home, and you're feeding and contributing to those spaces. So I just want to say thank you so much for sharing that with us as well. I know we interview a lot of moms and wives and women that are doing powerful things, and that's oftentimes a space or area of consideration. How do I create this harmony for my life as I'm building something great? So I just want to say thank you for sharing that. My final question to you really is, you talk about the things that you're passionate about regarding work. And you mentioned, I just got a snippet, you have other business ventures, which is amazing. I always want to know what people do to unplug, relax, and rejuvenate. I actually have my cup here. It says a phonetical life. And I would just say in terms of phonetical, what it means having impactful moments, whether great or small, that rejuvenate, excite you, re-energize you, revive you to come back strong into your workspaces. So what is some of the things that you do in that context?
I like to read. I like to go on vacation. I like to listen to amazing messages of God. 3 things that keep me rejuvenated. I'm going to tell you this. It's amazing. I do that daily. Reading these days, because of my eyesight, it's hard, but I just do the audio, and that's amazing. It's amazing. I'm gonna tell you. Initially, when I started with the audio, I felt so uncomfortable. I didn't want to concentrate because I don't watch movies. That's me. So I just love to read, or I talk to people. That's it. So when I was doing the audio, it was hard for me. But right now, because I know what I wanted. And that's why I still try to do it.
Hey, I love it. And I am definitely an advocate as well for audiobooks. I've turned my car, sometimes I listen to music as well, but for the vast majority of time, I'm listening to a book or listening to something,
Mhm.
a sermon, something that's edifying in that way. And, you
Yeah.
know, you mentioned your faith. I definitely believe that at the center of it all of the strength, power, all of the
Yes.
abilities comes from God Almighty. So I just want to say thank you for sharing that. I was curious, you mentioned travel. Where is the next travel place you're hoping to go to?
I'm going to Dallas next weekend.
Hey, okay, awesome. I love it. I love it. I think all three that you mentioned also fills my cup and helps me rejuvenate. So I love travel as well. So I want to just say, Stephanie, it has been a tremendous privilege and pleasure having you on the show today. I know for our viewers, they would love every single thing that you shared. You shared about how you started, what are some of the challenge, the power of working in a team, really looking at the momentum to get where you are today. And I want to say congratulations and thank you for taking the initiative and spearheading a movement to transform the way that our seniors are being served and cared for. So I want to just say thank you for all that you do. And so please tell us, where can our viewers find you, get in touch, refer friends and family, caretakers to you?
Thank you so much for that. We have a website, Great Services Ed Care Services Inc. And we have a Facebook page, we're on Instagram, we're on LinkedIn, we are all over the social media.
Hey, awesome. And we'll be sure to put in all of that information in the description below. So stay tuned, get connected. Stephanie, this has been a wonderful privilege and pleasure having you on the show today. From our company, Empowered Facts, I'm sending you with lots of love and, you know, positivity to keep doing the things that you're doing. Canada is better for it. Our community is better for it. Our seniors is better for it. So thank you for your vision and leadership in this space. Thank you and take
Thank
care.
you so much. Thank you. Thanks for
Bye.
having me.